What's up, guys? One Koala Man here, bringing you episode number 27 of our fairy tale reviews. And I do know I did not upload yesterday, Monday, or last Friday, but school is a mother. But anyways, if you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to hit that like button down below. Be sure to answer the question of the day and follow me on Twitter, both which will be in the description down below. So be sure to share your opinions with me, because I'd love to know your opinions, because I embrace opinions no matter how bad they are. But even if I don't agree, I still embrace them, because opinions, I can't really change your mind, so put your opinions down. But anyways, share it to everybody you know, and be sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel, because I do welcome every new subscriber to this channel. I welcome every single one of you with open arms. And that's about it for this intro. And I did not forget to say the Twitter and question of the day, so kudos to me, pat myself on the back, and let's get this mother underway. So we start this episode off with Gajeel versus Natsu, and this is, I believe, the second match between them, so it's like a round 2, and this is pretty much like a battle of who wants it more, you know? Because they're both pretty much evenly matched throughout a whole chunk of this battle. And pretty much who wants it more, because Gajeel wants it because he just doesn't want to lose to another Dragon Slayer. And Natsu wants it because he wants to, pay back Phantom Lord Guild for just destroying Fairy Tail, for wanting to take Lucy and not doing anything about it. So he's fighting for himself and Fairy Tail. So who wants it more of the two? And I'll remind you, these are Dragon Slayers, which means they have the power to take down dragons. Now, we haven't seen any dragons yet, but I'm pretty sure a dragon is pretty freaking powerful, and these kids can take down a dragon. That is ridiculous. So it's going to be a bloodbath, that's for sure. So almost when it's said and done, and Natsu's, getting a little bit of an upper hand on Gajeel, Gajeel does something, he does Super Saiyan, and he transforms into himself still, but his body's covered in steel, and he says nothing can break this steel, and he starts getting the upper hand on Natsu. And I'm thinking, ooh. So not only does Natsu have a roar attack, but Gajeel has his own roar attack. So Natsu uses his Fire Dragon Roar, and Gajeel uses his Iron Dragon Roar, which is actually pretty legit. They do the same stance and the little trumpet looking thing, and they both go at it with that one Iron Dragon Roar, or Iron Dragon and Fire Dragon Roar. And after that Fire Dragon Iron Dragon combination, Gajeel, like I said, is getting the upper hand, and luckily for some miracle or whatever, Natsu manages to crack Gajeel's steel, in his face, on his eye. He manages to crack it, and he claims that his Fire Dragon Roar, or his fire, is not like any other fire. This fire has the power to burn through anything and everything. So moving on real quick from Gajeel and Natsu's, pretty epic fight, to the battlefield, where the ghouls are now combining into this giant ghoul looking like Kafagrigus from Pokemon. And this thing is just, with his many giant ghoulish arms, he's just punching the guild, or it, I don't know if it's a he or a she, but it is just punching the guild, trashing it, and everybody just really can't do anything because they don't have that much magic left, because they were fighting the ghouls when they were human sized. Now they formed into this giant Kafagrigus thing. They're in some doo-doo right now. So moving on to the more important part of the episode, we go to the Gajeel and Natsu fight, and Gajeel is still getting the upper hand, and he manages to eat some iron, because there's freaking iron everywhere in that castle, and he replenishes his energy. And Natsu's kind of like a sitting duck, because he needs fire to replenish his energy, but there's no fire around, and if he could, he would eat his own fire, but that's kind of unproductive for him. So Gajeel's starting to really get this upper hand on Natsu. He's just punishing Natsu, and Lucy and Happy are just standing there watching, and Lucy's trying to think of, how can I do this? And she thinks of bringing out her celestial spirits, but if you remember a few episodes back, when Juvia, kidnapped Lucy, all of Lucy's keys fell out of this water lock and onto the ground, and she's like, okay, the only key I have left is this new one, which is Sagittarius, which is also the one that she got from the Galoon Island as the reward, because, you know, that was one of the rewards. And so she summons Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is one of my favorite zodiac spirits. Not because I am a Sagittarius, I'm a Leo, so I'm waiting for Leo to show himself or herself, whatever he or she is. So I cannot wait for Leo. But anyways, she brings out Sagittarius and she asks, "Can you, shoot fire?" And he's like, "No, no, 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 no. I cannot shoot fire. I only shoot arrows." And so, kind of bad situation that they're in right now. So Gajiel is just ripping Natsu a new beehole. Like, here's Natsu's regular beehole. Here's the new one that Gajiel is ripping for him. Anyway, anyways, Gajiel is just wrecking Natsu, and he's like kind of, looking at the guild hall, and Gajiel's talking about, "Yeah, we're redecorating your guild hall," and Natsu's just watching it fall, and that triggers like emotions and memories for Natsu, and it's kind of a sad thing because it shows when Natsu first joined the guild and when he first fought Gray, when he first got interrupted by Urza, and he didn't know how to read back when he was a kid. He didn't know how to read like human language because Igneal, his dragon dad, taught him how to read and write, probably in the language of dragon. He learned how to read at the guild. He had all these memories at the guild. He met Lizana at the guild. He cried for Lizana when she died at the guild. They had Happy at the guild. So all these wonderful moments are just getting wrecked right in front of Natsu, and that triggers some emotions for him, and he, stands up and he tries to fight back. And I'm thinking, okay, he's going to get his energy, and then he's going to start wrecking Gajiel, right? Wrong. Natsu, stands up, he starts walking a little sluggishly, and Gajiel's just, boom! Just slamming Natsu aside because Natsu just needs fire. He needs that fire, not the fire from that guy's mixtapes. He needs that fire, like actual legitimate fire. Also in those memories, I forgot to mention, there's like this hand sign. It's like this. Now, I don't know what that hand sign means, but apparently all the Fairy Tail Guild members know what this hand sign is. And I guess it's like a sign of like unity. I don't know yet. So hopefully we find out the backstory of what that hand sign is. So anyways, back to the good part. So Gajiel is about to deliver the final blow to Natsu, and Gajiel's arm turns into a chainsaw, and it actually works. Like, it spins, and that thing is about to just kill Natsu. And then Sagittarius is talking to Lucy. He's like, "Hold on, my lady. You said can I shoot fire?" And I said no. So I didn't quite understand what you were talking about. But I can shoot arrows at this, because there's like a bunch of like machinery behind him. So he shoots these arrows at the machinery at like the sweet spots, and the machinery blows up, and Natsu sucks up all the fumes and all the gas and all the fire, and then he's like, "Now I got a fire in my belly." And then that is pretty much the end of the episode, because it goes back to Lucy and Sagittarius, and Happy pops up and says, "To be continued," and Lucy's like, "Really? You're really gonna end it here?" And Sagittarius is like, "Well, we will see you next time." And I love Sagittarius. Sagittarius is so funny, and just because he's like, I don't know, he's just like super nice, and he's so funny. I love Sagittarius. But anyways, that is the end of the Fairy Tail episode. Alrighty guys, you already know I don't like to end these episodes off without a question of the day. And today's question for the day is, since we got a little bit of a backstory of Natsu, we've gotten a backstory of Gray, we've gotten a backstory of kind of Mira Jane, Lizana, and Elfman, and kind of Happy. We got a backstory of Happy. So I've asked this question before, and I honestly don't like repeating questions, but it does fit the moment. So whose backstory would you like to find out? The people that we haven't seen a backstory of Makarov, of Urza, of Loxus, my boy Loxus, of Kana, Macau, Wakaba, but those two are kind of irrelevant. Levy, and the rest of Team Shadow Gear. So and Lucy. We haven't seen Lucy's backstory. All we know is that she belongs to like a rich family. That's pretty much all we know. We don't know anything about, her dad, her mom, her siblings, whatever. So whose backstory would you like to, learn about? And the obvious answer for me is Loxus, but other than that, I do want to know about Lucy, because I do want to know why she left the luxuries of her rich family and her tycoon of a dad in exchange for the fairy tale life, because I do find it very interesting, and I would love to find out why she decided to leave. That's pretty much all. And I want to know what role her mother plays in this, because we only learned about her father. So anyways, guys, that does it for today's episode. Be sure to answer that question of the day. Do all that good stuff I said in the beginning of the episode, That's about it. So, as always, guys, keep it cool.